Hey, Abigail. Welcome in. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you had a good weekend. Starting with a Mandalorian sketch card, and then we're going to head over into the sketch cover. How was your weekend? Were you able to participate in any free comic book day stuff? Oh, no. Oh, that's all right. It was a fun one. Got to hang out at my local shop and did some drawing, picked up some free books, sold a few things, got to just hang out with my peoples. Some shops continue the fun throughout May though. So if you do happen to think of it, if you have a local shop, you might pop your head in or give them a call, see if they have anything that they're still giving out. Or I really butchered this side thing. It was not supposed to have that antenna looking thing on the top, was it? All right, so this may end up being lowercase Mandalorian and not uppercase Mandalorian. How about that? Welcome in, JC. How are you doing? Oh, thanks, Abigail. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. No, you know what? I am going to just go ahead and. Anyone do anything fun today to commemorate May the 4th? All right, so we're going to work on this Mandalorian sketch card to kick off the evening, and then we're going to switch things up and do a sketch cover, Bounty Hunter sketch cover. We're going to continue with the Mandalorian and Grogu theme. Not the only one that does what? Screws up and uses whiteout? I do that all the time. I do it way more than I should. Yeah. I like it. I'm glad these whiteout pens are super helpful, but you might have noticed this in my last stream when I did that. Markers and things just don't react the same over that. So you got to get a little creative then with your color if it's in a key spot like that or anything. But yeah, I got to do what you got to do, right? Welcome in, Bon Bon. How you doing? May the 4th be with you. May the Schwartz be with you. All right. Let's get underway. By the way, for anybody who hasn't been in my streams before, my name's Chris. I like to draw stuff. We're going to hang out for a little bit at the drawing table. It is Star Wars Day. I do love some Star Wars. So we're going to do a little drawing of some Star Wars. That all right with you? Cool? Cool. Yeah, I like it. We'll see how it turns out. It may be an epic disaster. But we may just have something cool come out of it too. Who knows? Stay tuned. You never quite know what's going to happen. Welcome in, Ren. Welcome in anyone I might have missed. How y'all doing? Welcome in, Richard, over on YouTube. How are you tonight? Appreciate y'all stopping by, tuning in, checking out some Star Warsy goodness here on Whatnot. We're going to hang out for, I don't know, at least an hour or so. We'll see how it all goes. We'll see how everybody's feeling. Welcome in, Zell. Hope you are having a fabulous Monday evening. All right. So, what is, for everybody who's watching right now, what's their favorite? Or let's not even say favorite. Let's start it off this way. What is your first, like, Star Wars thing that you experienced? I mean, I grew up on original trilogy stuff, so that was mine. But obviously, there's lots and lots of different Star Wars entry points for folks these days. So, what was yours? Welcome in, Poke Joe. How are you doing? We are drawing Star Wars this evening, but we do have some other stuff in the buy it now right now. If there's anything else y'all are looking for, or if you just want to see some other types of stuff, feel free to take a look around, have some fun. Let me know if there's anything you want to see closer, or if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm just going to be hanging out over here drawing. It's like a mini artist alley over here, right? But in the meantime, I'd also love to know what your first Star Wars thing was. What was the show, movie, book, music? I don't know. What was the thing that was Star Wars that first kind of got you into it? Cool. So Abigail says she couldn't see him in the theater, but got to see it on a snow day at home. Yeah, I don't really think I saw any of the original trilogy in theaters. I'm trying to remember if I did. If there was any I might have seen in theaters, it would have been Return. But, growing up, way before streaming and all of that fun stuff, anytime a Star Wars would appear on television, I was all about it. I would sit down and watch. I was in. And then I've been quite a fan still to this day, and I like most of it. I will say I like most of it, even some of the stuff that tends to be less popular these days. If it's a Star War, I'm usually having fun. As long as I can have fun with it, I'm having fun. Welcome in, Kinetic. How you doing? Happy Star Wars Day. Life's too short. We gotta have fun, right? So unless a movie is just really awful, it's I can enjoy the escape. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So the Star Wars Holiday Special, I did not actually see until much, much later in life after it became that kind of cult, mythological thing that it became. But I will say, what I did grow up on were those Ewok adventures. And as a kid, those I was just the right age when those were out, because I will say I did enjoy them at the time. I will also say I have not revisited them, so I don't know how that kind of stuff holds up. I don't know that it holds up very well, but liked them at the time. Oh, you got to find those then. Find them somewhere. Watch them. I don't know. Do they have those on Disney Plus? I haven't looked. Never really thought to look for those, but if you've never seen them, I'd say you got to at least start one just to get a sense of what they were doing back then. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but who knows? Maybe you'll dig it. Well, there you go. All right. There's your homework then. Didn't know there'd be homework, did you? I think I gave you homework last time, didn't I? I don't remember what it was, but I feel like we've had this talk before. I did. Do you remember what it was? I don't even remember. I just, as soon as I said, "There's your homework," I thought I've said that before. That's all right. I won't hold it against you. Oops. All right. All right. So we started off talking about first Star Wars things. What's the most recent Star Wars thing that you've watched? I'm actually trying to think of what mine would be. Just because I'm trying to think of when things have come out. And I've seen Ahsoka. I've seen all the stuff that's on Disney Plus, basically. Well, not all the stuff. There's some of the animated stuff recently. I don't think I'm caught up on. Those Tales of the Smugglers, I think, was the most recent one. I started it and then I kind of fell away. I haven't gone back and finished that yet. But oh, Maul's on now. I started Maul. I've got to get caught up on that one. So I've kind of sometimes with the Disney Plus stuff, with the streaming stuff, it's a little tricky as far as trying to find time to get caught up on things. Just because it's hard to find shows that the whole family wants to watch together, and so we try to find things that we will all sit down and watch together. And my daughter will watch some Star Wars stuff. The animated ones have been a bit of a harder sell. She will watch some of the Star Wars stuff with me. My wife's not really into it. So I typically have to I have to carve out a little bit of time on my own to try to get caught up on some of those, which I don't have a whole lot of these days. So that's why I'm a little behind on Maul and a little behind on some of those other ones. Yeah, Rebels and I'll say this too, Rebels. I know a lot of people have a lot of love for Rebels, and I don't dislike Rebels, but that was another one that kind of escaped me a little bit. But I will say because that live action season of oh wait, you said you haven't seen the live action? I won't say anything then. There's been some recent stuff though that I've enjoyed. I actually really like the Bad Batch. See, I missed the Rebels thing when it was going on. I found it way too late. And so for me, I jumped onto Bad Batch early. And so I stuck with that one all the way through as it was happening. And I enjoyed it. I did like that. Okay. Welcome in. Reading is fun. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, I will say the live action shows, the stuff that's on Disney Plus. I don't want to say anything if you haven't gotten caught up on them yet. I don't want to say too much about them. I will only say that it seems like they're not the most popular things out there to certain parts of the fandom, but I still dug them. Like I said, if it's a Star Wars and if I'm able to have fun with it, um, I like it. Oh, the one with they did the one with Jude Law with the kids and stuff too. Not too long ago. I like that one. I actually really like that one. I'm pretty easy when it comes to Star Wars. Okay. All right, reading is fun. What are you reading? What is the most fun thing you are reading right now? And did anybody in the chat, was anybody able to grab anything on Free Comic Book Day this weekend? I grabbed a few things, but I haven't read them yet. That Dungeon Crawler Carl comic was supposedly one of the most popular ones out there. I got one. I haven't flipped through it yet, though. A little neglectful of my comics these days. Fair enough. Yeah, I know. Time is just. I feel like I say that about a lot of things anymore. I just need to find time to sit down and do a thing. Sometimes that's whatnot that I fall off of. And again, it's just like I need to find time to sit down and do things. I'm really bad at that. Oh well. The struggle is real. But hey, we are only human, right? And we can only do so much. And we can only do our best. Abigail, I see you've sent me a few shows recently. I haven't had a chance to watch too many of them on here, but I do appreciate you sending those my way. Goes back to our previous topic. Just gotta find time. All right, we're getting pretty close on this card. Then we'll move over to our sketch cover and see how we can butcher that. How about that? I will say it's not a Star Wars show, but something that my wife and I did find recently that we both really enjoy, that we've been watching. And it's not new. It's been out for a while, but over on Apple TV, For All Mankind is really good. I know we are extremely late to that party, but I think that's kind of the nature of streaming anymore. You don't stuff a lot of I find myself late to a lot of parties, but we still enjoy it. So, for all mankind, if anyone's looking for something to watch. Good for you. You know, I've had it running in the background at times for things, but I will say I sometimes have a hard time with that. Like I went into it down. I fell down a little bit of a rabbit hole a few months back with some of these card break shows that are out there, and I would listen to them mostly because I was just curious to see when they got to the rip portion, like what kinds of things were in some of these boxes. But I will say, as I was listening to them, I would throw bids out. I would spend a little more than I should have. So I had to shut the app off for a little while because that to me just became like scratch off lottery ticket gambling and stuff. And I wasn't really doing so well with those if you catch my drift. But I think I need to start supporting my fellow artists on Whatnot again a little more. No. All right, we're gonna leave the Mandalorian din jarring as such. Oh, why does it say I have a low battery when it's plugged in? Give me a second here, folks. The camera that I'm streaming through is giving me a little bit of a warning, so I need to make sure this is plugged in on the other end. Glad I saw that before it completely went kaput on me. Luna, I need you to move, please. Look out, pup. And my dog, of course, is not a huge help. Huh. Okay, I think that took it. I just had to, okay, hopefully that worked. I think I just had to jiggle the wire there a little bit. Yeah, I don't even really consider myself much of a card guy, but I had a little bit of a weak time with FOMO for a little bit. But after spending a little more than I wish I had, I got right out of that real quick. Yeah, and I watched a few early on where you would basically be bidding on the pack, and then they would rip open the pack, and you would get everything in the pack. My lizard brain can make sense of that. My lizard brain can accept that. But then the ones I started having difficulty with were the ones where they spin the wheel and you get a character and they open a bunch of cases and you only get the cards that show up for that character. Which means you could really spend a lot of money and not get anything. So that was, I don't know, it seems like a lot of people are into it. But I had to I had to try to keep myself away from that. Luckily, I was able to. There we go. There is our Mandalorian for the evening. Luckily, I didn't do it so excessively. I did it a couple of times, then I felt really, oops, wrong way. Felt really sick about what had happened, and I stopped it. All right, so that was the sketch card. We still have that pinned at the bottom of the show here, the bottom of your screen, but we're going to switch that over momentarily. So we have our Bounty Hunters cover here that we're going to work on now. Let me switch out that item, and then we'll get started on this. All right. I do tend to do pencils before the show starts, just to try to get it somewhat fleshed out. Otherwise, I feel like it can be pretty boring kind of going through a lot of that. And some of the pencil stuff is probably a little harder to see. But so what kind of cool stuff are you working on right now, Abigail? Welcome in, David. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We just did a Mandalorian sketch card. Now we're working on sketch cover. You know, Star Wars Day and all. Weird Wendy on a Garbage Pail Kids comic blank for a friend. Oh, that sounds really cool. I haven't seen any Garbage Pail Kid blanks. I should probably keep my eyes out for those. Probably will need to put those on my pull list. If is that something that's still coming out, or is that just something that you've had from an older series or an older book? I'll have to look it up. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, still, it's good to know. I will. I'll try to keep an eye out for those myself because that would be. I have a little bit of a collection of blank covers that. That's the other thing that I probably have a little bit of FOMO over these days. I tend to pick up a lot of them. Talking about finding time earlier, I just need to find time to draw on all of them. Welcome in, James Jams. How are you doing tonight? What was your first Star Wars piece of media that you consumed? That's the opening question for everybody this evening. There goes stuff. Fallen. Oh, one of these days I gotta rethink my setup here, but that will not be today. Excuse me. What's going on, Luna? Okay, let's see. Welcome in, Juan. How are you doing tonight? Hey there, Sig. Happy Monday. Happy Star Wars Day. How's everyone doing? Or I suppose, as I should be greeting everyone, hello there. Hey there, Four Leaf. How are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Sorry. All right. No, Luna. No, no, no. Welcome in, Phil. How are you doing this evening? Welcome in, Can. Hello there. Welcome in, Legion. How are you doing this evening? Welcome in anyone who I might have missed. Let me hop back over to YouTube real quick, see if I've missed anybody over there. Doesn't look like it. Grab a quick coffee sip. What's the matter, Luna? Oh, stop, Luna. Don't mess with the table. Do you need to go outside? Are you trying to tell me that? Mm-hmm. Okay, come on. All right, gang. Be right back. Puppy needs to go outside. Sit tight. Discuss amongst yourselves. Take a look through the bin. I shall be right back. Come on, Lynn. Don't knock everything over on the way out. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. All right, mission accomplished. What'd I miss? All right. Back to it then. Welcome in, Ron. Welcome in, anyone I might have missed. Appreciate y'all stopping by, checking it out, seeing what's going on this evening. We are making our way through this sketch cover. We're doing Mandalorian and Grogu for Star Wars Day, just in case you couldn't tell. And my question for everyone this evening, if you are just passing through, is what was your first Star Wars entry point? What was your Star Wars gateway drug? I am just dropping everything right now. This is the time of the show when I start dropping everything. My follow-up question for anybody as you're coming through this evening would be, did you have a good free comic book day weekend? What kind of cool stuff did you pick up, if anything? Welcome in, Trifecta. How are you this evening? Welcome in, Night. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you all. Sounds like someone's home. Luna is always the first to notice. Unless that was a neighbor's door we heard. Who knows? Guess it was a false alarm. False alarm, Luna? Yeah. Welcome in, Shaw Boy. How are you doing? What is happening this evening? We are making some headway on this cover. Luna, what you doing? Ooh, a little bit of sliding happening. Oh, thanks, Abigail. Appreciate that. We're getting there. We are getting there. I will admit, I took a little bit of liberty on his blaster here because I felt like I started running out of room. So he's got a slightly modified version of his blaster. Oops. Leave that alone. I need that. Are you working on your cover at the same time, Abigail? I got to see how that weird Wendy turns out. Oh, you're playing World of Warcraft? Gotcha. Well, very good. Have fun.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
Are you still doing your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you-
You're fine. Welcome in, Trotter, Globetrotter. How are you doing? All right. Welcome in, Sandman. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good evening so far. Welcome in, Brad. How are you doing this evening? Well, I think we're getting fairly close to finishing this one up. But we're not done yet. Welcome in, John. How are you doing? Hope your evening is going well. All right. I think I'm going to call it a day there. There's where we stand right now with our Mandalorian and Grogu cover on a bounty hunter's blank sketch. We also did a sketch card here tonight. I'm still dropping markers in the background. Don't mind me. So, not bad for Star Wars Day, Star Wars Night. Quick show. Well, not so quick. A couple hours here on Whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and throw my John Hancock on here real quick. Thanks so much, Abigail. Yeah, it was fun. I don't draw Mandalorians or anything that often, so this was a fun change. So there is that. I've got markers in complete disarray right now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We're going to go ahead and catch you on the next one, which I do have one more currently scheduled for next week. I'll have to check the time on that one. Or the week after. It might be middle of next week. So take a look at that if you want to bookmark it. I'll see you next time. Otherwise, have a good evening. Have a good week. Take care, everybody. Thank you. You too. All right. Good night, y'all.